How many devices do you use every day? At work, you may use a Windows PC. Your smartphone might be an iPhone or an Android device. During meetings, you may use a tablet. As the number of devices we use continues to grow, moving files between them can still be surprisingly inconvenient. Sending a few photos through a messenger app is easy enough. But what if you need to move an entire folder containing dozens of photos, PDF documents, videos, spreadsheets, and other files? And what if you need to send those files from a Windows PC to an iPhone, from an Android phone to a tablet, or from one PC to several mobile devices at the same time? That is the kind of problem HSKLink was created to solve. HSKLink is designed to connect different devices through a web browser without being limited to a specific operating system or device ecosystem. Using it is simple. Open HSKLink on your PC and create a new connection. A QR code and a security code will appear. Then open HSKLink on your Android phone, iPhone, or tablet, and either scan the QR code or enter the security code. There is no need to install a separate application. You simply open a browser and connect. Once the devices are connected, you can start transferring files. But one of the most important ideas behind HSKLink is not just transferring one very large file. In real work environments, we often deal with many smaller files rather than one huge file. There may be dozens of photos, PDF documents, presentations, spreadsheets, text documents, and short videos grouped together inside a single project folder. With HSKLink, you can select multiple files at once and transfer them together. You can also send files in a folder-based workflow. For example, imagine a folder called Project Materials. Inside it, there may be separate folders for photos, documents, videos, and reference materials. Instead of choosing each file one by one, you can select the materials you need and send them together to another device. And HSKLink can go one step further. If several devices are connected, you can send the same materials to multiple devices at the same time. Imagine a meeting room. Before the meeting starts, the presenter has all the materials on a Windows laptop. Instead of sending the files separately to each person, the presenter can connect several tablets and smartphones and distribute the materials to them. A Windows laptop, an Android tablet, an iPhone, and another notebook computer can all become part of the same temporary connection. This changes the idea of file transfer. It is no longer just one device sending a file to another device. Instead, several devices can become part of one temporary workspace when they are needed. And after sending the files, you do not need to open another messenger app. Devices connected through HSKLink can also exchange text messages. For example, while sending a document, you can write, "Please check page 3 of the file I just sent." The other person can reply immediately, "Got it." File transfer and communication can continue within the same connection. Voice communication can also be added. If several people are connected, the same environment can be used like a conference call. You can distribute the meeting materials first, then say, "Please open the second page of the document I just sent." Everyone can look at the same material while discussing it by voice. Instead of using one application for transferring files, another for messaging, and another for meetings, HSKLink is designed to keep those activities inside one connected workflow. That is why I do not think HSKLink should be described only as a file transfer application. What HSKLink is trying to create is a temporary workspace between devices. You connect, you transfer files, you exchange messages. If necessary, you start a voice call or conference, and when the work is finished, you end the connection. This kind of structure can be useful in many different situations. At a video production site, photos and video files can be sent from a computer to a director's tablet and an editor's laptop. In a research laboratory, experimental data and graphs stored on a PC can be shared with researchers' laptops and tablets. In a company meeting, presentation materials can be distributed to several participants before the discussion begins. At home, a folder of travel photos can be shared between an iPhone, an Android phone, a tablet, and a PC. The important point is that the devices do not have to belong to the same ecosystem. If they can use a modern web browser, HSKLink is designed to let them connect. HSKLink can also transfer files larger than 1 GB. However, in the current beta version, large files are divided into smaller parts for more stable transmission. So very large single file transfers can take longer, depending on the network environment. That is why HSKLink is especially practical today for transferring multiple ordinary work files and folders, such as photos, documents, PDFs, presentations, and short videos. HSKLink is also not designed to be a traditional cloud storage service. When the network environment allows it, HSKLink uses WebRTC to create a direct peer-to-peer connection between devices. If a direct connection is difficult because of network conditions, a relay connection may be used instead. The goal is not to force the user to understand complex networking technology. The goal is to let different devices connect as simply as possible, so people can transfer files, communicate, and continue working. HSKLink is still in its beta stage. It is not a finished product yet. It is being improved through real-world use across different devices and network environments. So I would like you to try it with the devices you actually use: a Windows PC and an iPhone, an Android phone and a tablet, one PC connected to several smartphones. Try sending multiple files at once. Try transferring folders. Send a message. Start a voice call. And let us know which combinations worked well and where you experienced problems. Those real-world experiences are the most valuable data for improving HSKLink. We already use more devices than ever before. Perhaps the next challenge is not owning even more devices. Perhaps it is making the devices we already have work together more naturally. Different devices, one workspace. Open your browser and connect. This is HSKLink.